show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Malaysia is heading back into a nationwide lockdown. Malaysia's king has declared a state of emergency.
Okay. Welcome everyone to the monthly meeting of Infinite Technology. I am Nur Azizah binti Ramli as the human resource in this company, honored to arrange our meeting today to discuss the latest topic, which is work from home. Let's start by introducing yourself as simple as your name and position only.
Thank you for having me. My name is Sita Edato Akama. You can call me Aida. I am the Safety Hub Officer in this company and I'm looking forward into this meeting with all of you.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. My name is Noaina Tika. I am technical officer.
Hello, I am Nordiana, a financial officer of Infineon. It is nice to participate in this meeting with all of you.
Everyone has been introduced, so let's move on to today's agenda about work from home issues. I don't have any ideas on this matter. Would you mind to sharing them with us?
Yes, I do, Aziza. Before I begin about the issues, I'd like to get some opinions from all of you. How do you feel about today's COVID-19 situation in our country that had led towards work from home policy? I suggest we go round table first to get all of your input in that matters.
Okay, so my own opinion, due to the pandemic, most of workers experience work from home. Hence, work from home has become a priority for most government and organizations. In doing so, the policies must be made keeping in mind the practically for both employees and employers. However, this current situation provides unique insight into how well working from home works and may play a vital role in future policies that reshape the current structure of working hours, possibly allowing for more flexibility.
In my view, pandemic really had an impact on economics in Malaysia. As a preventative step on face-to-face interaction, companies have adopted working from home guidelines. I believe as a financial officer, this pandemic really affects a lot of companies financially that lead to retrenchment and more. How about you, Aziza?
Thank you, Dana. From my department perspective, It is a scenario that has been normal across the country since its attack in 2019. At the same time, it is a complicated situation when there is a standard operating procedure, which is SOP, such as a social distancing policy, work from home, and others. It was a hectic time for Human Resource Department to arrange for a remote work to every department, employee, and everything that didn't cross before this pandemic happened. Working from home has its pros and cons.
Okay then, thank you everyone for your input. I must admit, I never thought that this pandemic will affect most of our departments in this company that way before. I have to agree with all of your point of view. Well, let me begin with our work from home issues. As you can see, this coronavirus infection is widely spread, and the best idea is to urge our office departments workers to do remote work. Due to this matter, as the safety health officer, I need to ensure that all of you, as the head of departments, to list down the drawbacks that might happen during work from home among our employees. So first, I please Ain to begin first.
Okay, thank you, Aida. The drawbacks that might happen during work from home among employees is the physical separation or less face time. Employees who are at home do not have the opportunity to socialize with colleagues and may have decreased physical movement. At the same time, employees also miss out on the kind of chance encounter that often spark new ideas. This various issue can then potentially have a knock-on effect on creativity and innovations within organization.
I am with you, Ain, which is physical separation or less face time also might cause workers to become more siloed.
Okay, thank you, Aziza. Then, most of employees that directed by company for work from home has internet problem. Due to that matters, employee may be not be able to access internet to enable them to do their job effectively because inconsistent network connection hamper their accessibility.
I agree. These problems are not a new issue, but it does give more impact. As with millions of people working and learning from home during pandemic, internet problems are set to be strained to the hill. Furthermore, these problems link to the company's finance, as we need to set a budget to improve internet connectivity in order to ease employees' work.
Okay, thank you, Diana. I will communicate with all workers regularly to keep them informed of updated on company operations, including any chance change in company policies through virtual method such as video conferencing by using multiple apps such as Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, Zoom, or Webex. As addition, system down, glitch, bugs, and cyber attack also the drawback that might happen during work from home.
Yes, Ain, I totally agree with you on that matter. From my point of view as safety health officer, the main difficulties are unable to ensure that the health and safety of our workers when they are not at the office.
I know what you mean, Aida, but I want to add something to implement. We can implement a new rules, which is to ask employee to take a saliva swab test that they need to send their result as a proof in the system a day before they get there they go to work. This is to make sure that employee is really healthy.
Thank you, Aziza. I do think that matters will be important to be needed for our workers. Other than that also, our employees will face problem in do a proper home office setup during work from home.
Excuse me, I
Yeah.
didn't catch that. Why office setup is important during work from home? Could you explain that, Aida?
Okay, Ain. Yes, I can. This is because of the limited space at home to create a proper office room for each employees to manage because they are not sufficiently expert about it. Do I answer your questions?
Yes, Aida, thank you.
Alright.
I do agree with you, Ida. When it comes to working from home, a decent setup is crucial. Ergonomic is important because when employees doing a job and their body are stressed by an awkward posture and other factors, the musculoskeletal system is affected, which cause a fatigue, discomfort, and pain.
Yes, Diana, that's totally right. Due to that matters, it will lead to ergonomic risk because employees are not capable to purchase ergonomically friendly equipment that use at our workplace, such as this chair and table that have been shown in this picture, which is important for our employees to get this at their home too. How about you, Ain? Ain, we can't hear your voice. You're totally on mute.
Sorry, okay. I
Okay.
continue with my point. Okay. Yes, I totally agree with you, Aida. For technical parts, employees are not capable to purchase ergonomically or friendly equipment that use at the workspace, such as ergonomic mouse and keyboards. Based on this picture, this is the ergonomic keyboard and mouse. Okay.
Okay. That what our department face a problem for our employees to do work from home arrangements. Next, I will talk about the numerous distractions that face at home, such as household chores and ambient noise by children due to school being shutting down and daycare center be closed during this pandemic.
I support that statement, Ida. Without our knowledge, excessive noise level, heat and pressure can also lead to physical harm and psychological causing mental breakdown, leading to burnout from overworking and juggling between work and household tasks.
Yes, Aziza, that matters need to be highlighted, and that will be all of the problem occurs among employees during work from home. From that difficulty, we need to ensure that every improvement is need to be discussed from now. Will anybody else like to add anything before we move on to the next discussion?
Nothing from me, Aida.
Okay,
That would be it, Ida.
alright.
Nothing more on that.
Okay. Okay then, now let's proceed for suggestions on what steps on each departments will do for improvement during work from home.
From my department, human resource I'm sorry, from my human resource department, we are going to improve remote work policy. This is to make sure that employees who work from home have the agility and better productivity. The employee can work in a flexible hour because our perspective and the remote working policy does not necessarily set out rules. Instead of giving autonomy and empowering workers to push out the best side of themselves, to drive their productivity and company success.
Yes, I do agree with you, Aziza. Which that remote work policies wish to be implemented during work from home periods.
Thank you for that, Ain. Beside that, we are honored if safety and health and technical officer uh, could create one system that monitor employee using a virtual call, video conference, or other method to know that whether they are in a good condition or vice versa. Throughout this, they can speak out about their stress, burnout, which may lead emotional and steady support. At the same time, maintain confidentially about the service provided to the individual workers.
Your point is good, but I'm afraid that I have to disagree that the company needs to provide emotional and steady support. It is important for employees to have support, but a manager cannot focus on a lot of number of employees at once. Instead, the employee may suggest any activities to help to boost their emotion and motivation that fit their time during work from home.
That was a good point, Diana, but I have a question to answer your I have an answer to answer your question. So that was true that managers cannot manage and focus on all employees at once. However, schedule can be made and divide the employees who work from home into a few groups. I'm sure that the system will be more helpful. This is work from home season that is unpracticable to make a physical activities, but it is also possible for us to handle online activities as finance officer said just now. But it is hard to get employee participation, commitment, and focus during the motivation session. We must note that not all of the problems come from the workload. Environment and privacy problems might be impacted, and some of the problem cannot be settled by giving out motivation, but hearing their problem and putting yourself in someone else's shoes. The next point I want to set is equip employees with efficient tech. The employees love to work at their own pace, but a poor internet connection or an outdated system can get frustrating. It will be the worst situation when an employee attends an important meeting over a FaceTime or other application then lose their internet connection. In such a state, I have a suggestion which is we can provide them with a pocket Wi-Fi that make it easy for them to access the internet and work wherever they are. And this is to make sure this plan is going smooth, we will choose the best internet provider. Ida has anything to talk about with us?
Yes, Aziza, sure. Alongside with the efficient technology use, I would like to suggest on promoting awareness and ensure compliance to the employees, especially on provide multiple informations and do training by online about health and safety issues, particularly relevant for our workers to do work from home arrangements, such as the important use of ergonomics equipment, working in isolations, general fire and electrical safety issues when working at home. That will be it from me.
That is a good point, Ida. I agree that we can also provide. I agree with that, but we can also provide a rest time as same as in a traditional work, even though this is a working from home. But we don't know their work schedule. Working nonstop will affect employee well-being in the process that potentially lead to burnout.
Ex- Excuse me, but I do need to add on those ideas with raising awareness of workers' responsibility in taking care of their own physical and mental well-being during work from home by encouraging them to stay physically active, eat well, and regularly go outside for fresh air after working hours.
Okay, thank you, Aida. I think that's only from me represent Human Resource Department. I think Diana has any idea to add on?
Thank you, Aziza. My first point of view is working setup expenses at home. As I stated before, a proper setup may improve employees' productivity. However, the company is in a tight budget as the pandemic affect company's profit and finance over the year. Plus, with a lot of employees, the budget would be really high.
I agree. Employers have a duty to ensure staff have the appropriate equipment to carry out any work from home. This does not necessarily mean they are required to provide a new laptop or desktop computer, for example. But if the employees does not have a personal one, then adequate equipment must be provided.
That is a good point, Ani. My next input is workers' compensation. Working from home may lead to anxiety and mental stress from the workload. Due to this, the medical expenses will be over the original budget. Would you suggest anything that might help maintain medical costs, Aziza?
As for now, I don't have any op- opinion or solution, but I take it as a serious question, Diana. Then I will update you after this meeting and if we have any solution.
Thank you for your consideration. My third point is liability. Work from home is considered as an extension of the employee's workspace. However, an unexpected accident may occur to employees during working hours. What do you think, Aida?
Yes, Diana, based on those opinions, I like to ensure that workers are aware of that matters and obey on company safety and health policy, especially towards the procedure for reporting work-related accidents or any health safety concern that they face during work from home.
That is brilliant. Next is workers' salary budget. As we know, the pandemic really affects the economics and our company's finance. According to the company's margin, I estimate we have lost around 10%, which is 3.7 billion in a year. Due to this, I suggest we create more shifts and pay employees according to the hours they working.
I am sorry, Diana, but I need to argue with that because I think it is better that if we cut employee allowance such as transportation, food, and bonus to support our company finance, better than that was better than if we pay employees according to the hours they're working. Sorry.
That's a good point, Aziza, and it will conclude my last point, which is employees' benefit. As the company's finance is in a tight position, I recommend to cut some of the benefits, such as a bonus and travel expenses. Then we could replace it with a non-monetary benefit.
I agree with you, Diana. Company can focus to the major type of employee benefit, such as medical insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, and retirement plan during this pandemic.
Okay, thank you everyone for your input about these issues. I want to highlight from these meetings that working from home is vaunted as the new normal as COVID-19 continues to spread and vaccinations is yet to become available. Even though we have received our vaccination throughout third dose, but I do believe that this coronavirus is infections is still widely spread, and I hope that our company will manage to do this work from home policy even more time in a long period because it will be the safety concern for our workers. However, the gaps in digital infrastructures in our country or in this company still need to be working on the arrangements as likely to be this will be the new normal for our country to face on in future. So I hope that this meeting have covered all of the issues, all of the main issues that we needed to discuss throughout working from home arrangements. So I would like to ask from all of you, is there any other discussions needed to be discussed or any other things that you need to be said from this meeting?
Okay, at the back of this global health crisis, the role of technology in the world of work become particularly important. Digitalization and automation are some of the way for business to be more productive and are even necessary to survive during COVID-19. From technical department, we will prepare pre-recorded material for employee reference about IT necessary items such as webcam camera, speaker, mouse, and keyboard. Then we will arrange an instruction on how to use and join live platform such as Google Meet, Zoom meeting, and Skype.
Like to add, finance may be crucial to maintain a company's existence, but the employees' health is much more important as they are the asset to our organization. So we really need to make sure their health and motivation are always on top. And based on our discussion, we can open a new idea from the employees as it may help to improve our points. Plus, I hope the employees can take care of their health and be safe during work and anything they do. That's all.
Okay, from me, I think as I said in the earlier, we have pro and cons. So we don't want, but we must work from home too. Office is no longer safe place for us right now. I hope everyone consider to work from home as some of us may argue that the majority of employees should change their workplace from office to home. It looks like we have around the corner, so I guess we have finished here. Plus, we have covered everything on this meeting. That's all for today. I would like to thank everyone for attending this virtual meeting as for today.
Thank you.
There's a virus and it's dangerous. People call it corona.
And with that blue is coming for us. Yeah, let's not go too far.
Of course, we have to stay on guard, fight against this virus.
Together, you and I, we should stop it before